Good morning, afternoon, evening. It's me. It's Casper. It's been a minute since I've been on here. Part of the reason for that is because software compatibility issues, right? This Microsoft thing, I updated to 10 because my other computer decided it didn't want to work anymore. And it took a minute for the software folks to upgrade the software for my camera for the computer. That's one reason. The other is just been silly busy. As you can see, I've grown a little bit of facial hair since retirement. Officially, 1 October was my retirement date. So it's been official for a month and some change now. So, kind of catch you up on what's been going on. So I've gone back since my elbow surgery. Elbow surgery was back in June 5th, somewhere around there, 4th, 5th. I've gone back and I've seen my doc. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get into physical therapy. They didn't have I didn't have enough time left on active duty to do it on post. And then for them to send me off post with my new job, the hours just didn't mesh, and me trying to take time off of work to go to physical therapy wasn't going to happen. But I followed the same kind of plan that they had put in place for me for the shoulder recovery for the elbow. So the shoulder, it's getting there, right? I've got some range of motion concern or issue, I guess. It's not back to full range of motion regularly. Sometimes my shoulder will tighten up on me a little bit. There's not a significant amount, but there is arthritis in the shoulder. I've, since my last video, gone and done my VA physical, and I've got arthritis in more places than I expected, and I've also got some bone spurs down my spinal column that I was unaware of. So some additional concerns when it comes to working out, but we'll get there, right? We'll get there. One workout at a time, one stretching session at a time, plenty of heat on the joints to keep everything fluid and moving. So the shoulder is doing pretty well. Range of motion is okay. Strength is starting to come back, which is good, especially since the elbow surgery. So here's the leftovers, the remnants of. So cut from here to here with that tricep tendon being bisected, open, the pieces pulled out, and then the bone spur chipped down. Still some swelling, not necessarily significant, but I don't know that it's ever going to go back to what it looked like before surgery. So this is kind of where I stand with the elbow as far as lifting weights. So it's been 4.5 months, June, October. Yeah, 4.5 months since the surgery, going on 5. And over the course of the last 4 weeks, I've gone from a dumbbell bench press of about 15 pounds with the left hand to 40. So that's, to me, that's pretty significant for a 30-day period, being able to go that much up in weight. There is some discomfort. I do wear it's called a TheraBand, I believe. And it's just a sleeve from here to here for the elbow, give me some compression and a little bit of extra support while I'm working out. And then a couple of days ago, I did triceps for the first time since my surgery. And I started very, very light. I used the curved curl bar on the cable. Now the bar itself, if I didn't move the pin on the weight stack, the bar would make the weights come down. I started with 40 pounds, which is probably more like 12 to 15 for tricep press downs. And then I did, 3 sets of that. With that weight, I moved on to rope press downs. So pressing down and then out with the rope. And it was 30 pounds. The rope wasn't significant. The rope was significantly less weight than the actual bar was. So doing the 30 pounds was probably closer to 24, 22, somewhere in there. Definitely still wasn't 30 full pounds. And then I finished with the overhead tricep extension two-handed, holding a dumbbell like so, and I used 15 pounds for that. That one, there was significant discomfort in relation to the other 2 exercises. So I only did 2 sets of that, maybe 6 repetitions each time. But the good news is it's getting there, right? weight bearing, it's there. Push-ups I haven't tried yet. I can do a lot more plank work now. High plank, not low plank, so arms fully extended instead of down on the elbows. So that's good, and I'm thankful just to be back in the gym. I am doing overhead press with dumbbells, right? So overhead shoulder press, as well as Arnold's, so coming up and out and then back down, and a few other shoulder and elbow related exercises. I'm nowhere near where I need to be to get back into CrossFit, which is an eventual goal of mine. Maybe not 5-6 days a week like I had been in the past, but at least a few days, 2-3 days a week, some of the full body exercises, but with some modification and lesser weight. As well as I'd like to get into the mixed martial arts studio that we have, one of them that we have here in town, and start to roll again. But I have to be cognizant of the fact that my elbow still isn't 100%. So trying to roll around and messing with folks doing arm bars and all this other stuff would probably be a bad idea right now. So I'm probably still a good 6-7 months out from really being able to start doing that, and maybe being optimistic here, another 60 days or so out before I can start doing any of the CrossFit or Olympic style lifts. Good news, I've started to do deadlifts again. The weight is increasing, so I'm happy with that. So we're getting there, all right, one day at a time. That's really about it for this go around. Figured I'd jump on here and give an update if anybody needed an update or wanted one from this end for whatever reason. And then if you have any questions or comments or anything that you'd like for me to help you out with as far as researching or whatever, I'd be glad to help. All right, and we'll see what happens over the course of the next 30-45 days. I've started working on my diet, trying to trim down a little bit, trying to cut some weight, and see if we can't get my body into a position to be able to compete in the 40s, the 40 age group for the local fitness and bodybuilding competition here in Sierra Vista, the Copper Classic. So I'm gonna see if I can get things right for not the 2016 competition, but the 2017 competition. So that'll give me a year and some change to try to get things in order and work on the symmetry, which will probably be a big issue with the left-hand side, the bicep, since it had been moved, and then the tricep, trying to get the strength built back up in that, so I can get the symmetry between the two sides. Cool. All right, so thanks for watching. Hopefully, the update was worth your time. I try to keep it short so we're not wasting too much of your time listening to me flap my gums. And again, questions, comments, always welcome. Have a great day.